Tufanye hivi basi.
Umalizi.
Wacha nikitoka shule nitakupigia. Ndio tujue vile tutafanya.
Si umeongea for long. Kwani credo iko inaisha? Imagine sijalipa school fees na sina credo.
Basi upigie mama simu.
Sina credit itatosha kupiga.
Kwani uko na credit ya pesa ngapi?
30 bob.
30 bob? Kwani hujasikia?
Nini?
Hujasikia?
Nini?
Double credo.
Double credo?
Double credo.
Hiyo ni?
Unaweka credit alafu una double inakuja twice. Finya star 444 star 0 hash then call.
30.
Twanga star 440 hash uchague ofa uongee mara mbili zaidi kwa network Safaricom, nawe kila wakati.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to our Youth Arena show with me, Robin Munene. Today we are discussing about talent and education. This is where we talk about how you combine between education and your talent. Talk to us through our SMS number 22333 and also on our social media platforms. That's on Twitter at NIBS TV Kenya and also on our Facebook page, that's NIBS TV, and also in our Instagram page, that's NIBS TV Kenya. Also don't forget to use the hashtag, that is Youth Arena Show. So today I am privileged to have a guest who is the Mr. NIBS 2018-2019, and he is also a modelist. So welcome to our studio, Kareb.
Thank you very much for having me.
So Kareb, who is Kareb? Like our viewers would like to know who is this Kareb that you have in studio today.
Caleb is a humble akorino boy, a dream chaser, a go-getter, as well as a son seeking to make his parents proud.
Okay, so thank you for coming to our studios. We are privileged and we are happy to have you. So you have been a model and also a student.
Yeah.
Today our topic is how you combine between education and talent.
Yeah.
So how do you combine the two?
Between the two, as you are taught as you grow up, education is the most important one. So you have, everything that you do, education has to be number one. So you have to plan your time well, work out a routine that you can follow, but don't forget to ensure that education is the key priority.
So how did you find yourself that you became a student, then you started modeling?
Yeah.
So how did you manage to be a model and still a student?
As for me, I model after the classes. For example, if it is on a Monday, I model after classes, which is 5. So I model from 5 to 6 or even 7. So you see the classes do not collide with the choreo sessions.
Yeah.
So I don't
like combining the two.
Keep my hobbies the important one. I follow I ensure that education is the most important one.
Okay, and when did you realize that you can start modeling?
I realized I can model immediately the Mr. and Mrs. NIBS auditions were announced in the school. That is when I auditioned. I was chosen. I went to the choreo sessions, and I learned to perfect my craft.
Okay, but now when you decide to do your talent, sometimes it becomes hard to break the news to your parents.
Yeah.
When you broke the news to your parents that you want to start to be a model,
yeah,
how did they react or how did they take it?
My father, he asked me, when did it begin? I told him 3 weeks ago. He asked me, have you been missing any classes? I told him no. So he was like hesitant and he was surprised how am I modeling? And you see the other factor was my religion. So he was like, where will they be? I told him carnival, where there are people who drink and such things.
Yeah, I understand.
So he was like, how will you model and still maintain the core morals we instill in you? So I calmly explained to him that it's my passion. I want to change people's mindsets and such, and he accepted.
So at first your father was like resistant to you pursuing your talent.
Yeah.
So, and your mother, like, how did she take it? Because in families most times our mothers are the ones who like make decisions for us. Sometimes yes, we are able to make our own decisions, but sometimes that influence of the mother sometimes can make you change the decision. How did your mother react to this decision that you made?
My mother, she's very supportive of what I decide on. She was even the one who was consulting my father to accept. She supports me in almost everything I do, so she was very open to the idea, and she has supported me the far I've come.
So, and now you have talked about the religion and also the values that you are being instilled by your religion. So now when you became a model, how did, you know, people in church, how did the religion itself, the people who are concerned about the religion, maybe your pastor, maybe those people are close to you in church, how did they relate with you?
So luckily, we have two models who are close to being perfect, close to being successful. We have Pesha and Mushkin. I don't know if you've seen them in the social media platforms.
Yeah.
So Mushkin is the one who was mentoring me. He was teaching me how to walk. He's also the one who handled the clothes I was to wear in the different categories. So he helped me. He played a great role. So when my bishop in our church, he asked me if I'm sure that is where I want to endeavor into, Mushkina was there to explain to him that